We are doing our project on gun control and environmental economics.
What issues are more important to you during presidential elections?
What do you mean?
Like, what is your main concern when you're electing a
When
president?
you're trying to just see who you're going to vote for?
Yeah.
Well, when I'm looking to see who I'm going to vote for, I'm trying to first figure out their agenda, why they want to be the president. I mean, why? You know, and then what their background is. What have they been doing? You know, because, you know, a clown doesn't, just because you're a clown doesn't mean you should be a president. So it matters what you used to do, you know, what you've been doing, and what do you think, and what they think that I want done, you know, because they don't all, but the politicians are like, I'm going to do this. Well, what are they going to do? Is that what I want? What I think's important? So what issues they think are important is what I'm wondering to see who I want.
What is your opinion on money spent towards solar power and wind turbines and other efficient?
We need to spend more money on infrastructure, such as we got to do that. That's super important. New energies. We have to. You know, we got to get off of oil. So yeah, any new alternative energies we need to spend money on. We got to grow.
Should the candidates consider gun control?
Yes, they do, and I don't like it. Not constitutional. It's unconstitutional. And politicians are always trying to take your money. Gun control. They don't want to. You know. They want to hire more cops and less road building, which is just retarded. They should fire cops and build more roads. That's my opinion. They always cut budgets on things we need, like schools and roads. So that's what my concern.
President Obama today outlined new executive actions aimed at reducing gun violence. Proposals include requiring more gun sellers to conduct background checks, improving gun safety technology, increasing funding for mental health, and making it easier for doctors to report mental illness to the FBI background check system. The president was introduced by Mark Barden, the father of a child killed at Sandy Hook Elementary School in 2012. This is 45 Minutes.
I'm in a room full of warriors and pioneers and champions, and it's such an honor. On the morning of Friday, December 14th, 2012, my sweet little boy, my 7-year-old son Daniel, was among 20 first graders and 6 brave educators who were shot to death at Sandy Hook Elementary School in Newtown, Connecticut. In the 3 years since those 26 precious lives were lost at that school, far too many more lives have been lost to gun tragedies in this country. Far too many people right now who are hearing these words are grieving the loss of a loved one to gun violence. As a nation, we have to do better. We are better. We're better than this. In April of 2013, I had the honor of introducing President Obama in the Rose Garden. And unfortunately, that was to announce that a bill that had been proposed to close the loophole in the federal background check system for firearm sales had been blocked by members of Congress, some members of Congress. But President Obama delivered an address that day that was palpably charged with genuine passion and commitment. The President made a promise to not give up. I remember standing there with my family and Vice President Biden, listening to our President speak, and our feelings of despair were replaced with feelings of hope. And I remember thinking, who's going to help him with this? That's a tall order. And so since then, I've come to know and respect and learn from many amazing individuals and organizations who are doing good, smart work in this space, and many of you are right here, right now. Many of the folks in the Gun Violence Prevention Coalition, including Sandy Hook Promise, have had numerous meetings with Vice President Biden and President Obama and their top advisors to address this issue. But we can't do it alone, and the President can't do it alone. The thing is, every gun-related death is preventable.
What issues are most important to you during the presidential elections?
The national defense of our country, our economy, and the protection of life.
What is your opinion on the money spent towards higher technology
By who?
by the government?
I don't think the government necessarily has to spend money on technology. I think there's enough money in the private sector to encourage growth in technology. So the government probably could be spending money in technology for the national defense, but just to expand the field of technology, I don't think the government really needs to be part of it.
Is that environment an important aspect during the elections?
The environment should be a state issue. There's enough people locally in our local government to worry about the backyard of the nation. Presidents need to worry about our relationships with
Should
foreign
the
countries.
candidates consider gun control?
The Second Amendment ensures that the people have a right to bear arms. When presidents start to mess with the Constitution and that makes me suspicious of those candidates, of why they're trying to take away rights that have existed in this country for over 200 years.